Oh,
No, that was some TV business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we
No.
live. We had to wait for
Yep.
Larry to come in. Larry, light skinned Lou might not make it today, so we got
Okay.
Tony to pull his weight.
You got
Yeah,
what?
sure.
Tony
Oh,
wants to pull his weight today.
oh, I
Tony
hear
will give
you.
all the valuable information.
Sure.
Well, welcome everybody to the Rebuttal Entertainment, where we like to give y'all all the best of knowledge, all the news going on, and all the wonderful stuff that's going on in this world. Dead Game, what's up, man? Salute. Dead Game love this stuff. He don't just talk boxing.
Dead
He
game.
loves it. Yeah.
Dead game.
Hey,
Dead
Dead
Game boxing.
Game.
Hey,
Y'all funny. So we're gonna get started early. I'm gonna give y'all favorite intro and everything today, boy. Where is that? Let me find it.
Mhm.
Look at them. They think I'm gonna be slick.
You know I got it. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. And I know what you want. You know I got it, baby. If you give it to
Yeah, so man, there's a lot of stuff happening in this world, like Melinda, Tony.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
it's been a week.
Huh?
It's been a week.
Yeah. Jamal said, "What's up, smart people?
Hey,
Oh,
Jamal.
go
Hey,
ahead.
Jamal.
Wheels are steel, wheels are wheels." Oh man, so yeah, we're gonna get to it today, babe. Let me get these questions, man. Let me get all these questions so Larry and Melinda and Tony can give everybody all the knowledge they need with all this COVID and the Donald Trump stuff and the Texas governor Larry catching COVID. We're gonna start. I ain't even got that in the book, but we're gonna start off with that.
Yeah.
So Larry, he didn't want the mask mandate. But now the Texas governor got COVID, Larry. Now what's going on with him?
And as they said, he has been vaccinated.
Yeah.
All of them have been vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing a political ploy.
Mhm.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing. They're telling you not to wear a mask or whatever. And he's going face to face with that fundraiser, trying to get that dough, running around in a wheelchair. You understand what I'm saying? But now he done got us a taste of it. And we don't know. Maybe the vaccine may not help him. You never know. But they preach the propaganda. Like I said, do as I say, not as I do. All of DeSantis has been vaccinated. You can't tell me they haven't been vaccinated. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna look out for themselves. If they don't look out for you, they sure gonna look out for themselves. So it's the same thing with Trump. It affects everybody. Nobody's safe. But you putting out all this propaganda and all this nonsense about the mask and everything, the discomfort and the social inclinations about it or whatever. They're talking about saving your life, man. You want to put everything else over there and there, then so be it. So be it. So be it. But don't share it with the rest of them. But it's coming back. The chickens are coming back to roost. They're coming back to roost.
They said cock-a-doodle-doo.
Karma. You might call it karma or what have you. But they telling all their constituents, don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. And you don't need no vaccination. But they all vaccinated.
All of them.
All of them are vaccinated. Yeah. And I don't know how the people, but that's the way they rolling with it.
Got
Yeah. And look what's happening to it. It's Florida's tipping the scales, Texas is tipping the scales, and what have you, man.
Well,
And
Larry,
it just
you
keeps
ain't had to
coming
say
on.
Florida.
Just keep going
You
on.
could have just kept Florida out your mouth, Larry. You know what I mean?
Oh, you see what I'm saying? That's what DeSantis. DeSantis got you now.
Oh, Lord, let me stop that.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
Right,
Tony,
right,
what you
right,
think
right.
about that? Texas governor, he ain't want no mask mandate, but now he got COVID.
I always say sometimes whenever you think you're invincible, the Lord has a way of humbling you, so to speak. And he's just eating his words. You can't tell somebody that they should not be wearing a mask or they should not be taking precautions to keep safe. And if people want to do that, that's up to them. It should be an individual thing, unless there's a reason why they can't do it. But bottom line is, he had no business saying that the schools were not going to implement the mask wearing and whatever else was going on in that state. So unfortunately, he got it. I wish him well, and he's now eating crow.
Oh, eating crow? Melinda, he eating crow?
I think he is fortunate that he did get it. I'm gonna be that person that I'm glad he got it, so
I know you
that
is.
people know that he lying. And then not only did he get vaccinated, he followed up after he got the COVID with the remdesivir. I think that's how they pronounce it, to make sure that it boosts his immune system. That's the same thing that Trump got,
Trump got.
so that he can recover from that. So it might have been even worse than they're saying, because if he don't believe in the vaccine, he don't believe in the mask, and he already got vaccinated, why double up on the medication?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it might
got
have been worse than he's saying. And I think sometimes you got a hard head make for a soft behind, or is it well, whatever, he deserved it.
Oh,
And I think there would have been no other way for, the Texan people that's following him up with his foolishness to understand how severe or how serious this is. If you don't want to get the vaccine, that's fine. But put a mask on, and don't stop other people from trying to put a mask on. And that's where he went wrong. He was talking about suing people, the board members that was going to do it anyway. And then they still found a way to do it, because they found a loophole that if they make it part of your uniform requirements, then they have to wear it. And then there's no going against what he told them to do. So he can't sue them or do anything else. So I'm glad he got it. Maybe he'll change his mind, maybe not. He don't even look like the type that, after he learns a lesson, he gonna follow up on, I was wrong. Like Governor Christie, when he got it, he changed his tune and was saying that he was wrong or whatever. But this dude, he don't look like the type that's gonna, double back and say, I got it wrong, my bad, let's do the right thing. So he covered himself, and then he gonna leave the state twisted.
I totally agree. Karma. That's what I was about to say. The karma, man. I think karma got them. These governors spread all that word, but like Larry said, all of them vaccinated. They tell you not to get vaccinated, because they got their little political, bull crap into this. Now he got COVID. I hope it's that. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna. Woosah devil, get away right now. Get away. Well, some guy named Lucius Peterson said, hey, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, y'all looking good on my way home. We'll check in when I get home.
Hey, Lou.
Hey, Lou.
Then he said, calm as a motherfucker.
It sure is.
Okay.
That wasn't us this time, Miss Peterson. It was him.
It was Larry, man. It was Larry.
Nah. But let me say this.
Go ahead, Larry.
It's the same governor, where the Democrats in the chamber had to leave town because they were changing the voting rights law. And
That's right.
Texas been doing gerrymandering ever since Spanish people came in. They keep changing the lines. Now ain't no more room in the state to switch the lines. You understand? So now they're going to change the whole process. That's why the Democrats, they had to leave town. Because they didn't want no part of that. You understand? This is what I'm talking about, how Joe Biden is not doing anything for us. The Charles Lewis voting rights bill is still pending. I mean, we still pending on that. And that man, I mean, that should have been, y'all keep playing games and what have you. That's why the problem is there. You see what they doing? They don't want you to, it will not be convenient for you to vote in Texas. They changed that. They are the number one state in gerrymandering. And that's changing those lines, changing those regions, and changing the poll lines. Whatever they see something going on, they have a little session. You may not even hear about it. And then you wake up in the morning, damn, they done switched that. Whoa. But that's overnight. But that's what they do. Go ahead. That's all I got to say. That's all they do. That's Texas. That's Texas.
Some guy named Wills still said, Lou in the mirror fixing his hair.
Jamal got jokes tonight.
So, Tony, Los Angeles judge dismisses sexual battery charges against Harvey Weinstein. Why did he do that? Why are you making that face?
Because we've been saying this over the past month. If you're white you are going to get away with whatever you want to get away with. You can do murder, you can rob, kill, steal, whatever you want to do. You want to get away with it. They have the uh, complexion for the protection.
Mhm.
And bottom line is, they had already said they were not going to arrest him. They were not going to charge him with anything. So,
Well, that's Los Angeles. He already got time and with that New York, right? Somebody gave that 25 years of life. I forgot who it was.
but
But yeah.
he's it is what it is. Unfortunately, he's
Mm,
the right color to get off and go on and enjoy his life, the rest of his life.
I
So
got
they dropped the charges against him. Is that
yeah.
what you saying?
Mm.
Oh well, somebody got paid on that probably. That was all. That was settled out of court. That's what
Mhm.
you call settling things out of court, right?
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying, right? That's all
Yeah.
that was. Yeah, that's
All
all
right.
that was. Yeah.
Well, all right. This short and sweet, Melinda. Short and sweet. I like that. I like that. What you
Mhm.
think, Melinda? He getting away with it, or just short and sweet, like Larry said?
I agree with both of them. And then I would add a little something else. They can't really go after him without getting other people caught up in it. There's other people that was doing stuff with him, and if they get him, they might
A
be
lot
scared
of
that it
people.
might
Yep.
go
I forgot about that.
go against them too. So it's better to let him go than to all get caught up. Ain't no telling how many people have been involved with him or been
That's right.
partying with him and doing the same thing. So if he get caught up, they're next, and they're not trying to have that. Nobody really cared about the Me Too movement. It was just something that they were saying for the time being, and then it's over. It's like one of them passing things. How we all go through phases of, yeah, that's a problem, or sexual harassment, and then we put a president in there that sexually harasses everybody.
So what you
Mm-hmm.
saying, Melinda? They ain't trying to have a whole bunch of rich,
No, because I mean, for all we know,
rich
the
white
judge is doing the
famous
same thing
people in
too.
court.
No, I see
The
what she's
judge could
saying.
be doing the same thing. You can't put me in a situation where I gotta judge somebody that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, and I'm not gonna be like, no, I can't let that happen because it's gonna happen to me too. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that has been the fabric of America. Take advantage of minorities and take advantage of women and abuse women. So at the end of the day, it's already written into, whatever is going on. So now that it's coming to light because a few women was like, nah, they did this, this, and this. It was like, okay, we're gonna slap them on the wrist. And then they sit back and think, but I did something close to that too. I can get caught up, or my friends could get caught up. And then money, like Larry said, money might have been changing hands because somebody that's doing something close to that in Hollywood that's powerful said, nah, you're going to have to let him go because I've been doing something slightly the same.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I
Yeah.
totally agree with all y'all. This here, so like Larry said, somebody got paid off on that. They just
Mm-hmm.
let it go because Melinda was right. If you lock him, all those famous friends that was doing something, all them motherfuckers guilty. They just ain't got time. They say, nah, we ain't got time for this. It'd be too much traffic.
It will shut
So,
down Hollywood.
And then then say this. See, he's Epstein, but he's alive.
hmm
Now
I
Epstein
got you.
allegedly hung himself in there, but they later on proved through a forensic or whatever that he was strangled.
hmm
That's been shown. That was on the internet.
Everybody already knew that.
Right. So,
hmm
but see, Harvey's alive.
hmm
So we don't want him to say nothing. You understand? They had to keep it because he did the same thing. It's just the women were older.
hmm
You understand? But he did the same thing. Did the same thing and had his buddies. I'm sure. I'm sure every now and then he have a buddy come over. They have a little group session or whatever. And it's like my man, what, Prince Andrew over there? Oh no, I don't know her.
Yeah.
What you talking about? Yeah. See,
Yeah. Oh,
so
you'll be opening up a whole can of worms, huh? I
there it
got you.
is.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Jamal said, if you white with money, you won't be nobody, honey.
There won't be nobody, honey.
Some guy named Lucius Peterson said, "You right, Tony. Complexion for the protection. Too many heads will roll." Yeah. Oh man, we agreeing. I like this. All right. Well, the parents clash at a mass mandate protest in Georgia County where fifth graders were sent home because of the mask mandate. Like, what they gonna
Hmm.
do about this stuff, man?
Well, the kids gonna die. The goddamn kids are gonna die. That's all. When their kids start dying, then they're gonna be saying. Then the other people's kids who ain't dying say, "Oh no, you ain't going to that school." Well, no, 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 no. And won't nobody be in the school. Won't nobody be in the school. The kids are gonna start dying. They're dying now. They're
Yeah, I saw that.
unvaccinated.
I saw that.
But that's the way they are. They'll go down. I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's total. It's just it's in their DNA. Let me put it that way. It's in their DNA to do what they're doing, to reject, to block, to stop. You don't get in front of my face, and you don't tell me what to do. Like this, we talked about this other day. When they start asking you to show your vaccination card, which they getting ready to do, man, because they're putting a booster on
Yeah,
there. And if they catch you with them fake cards,
mm-hmm.
oh man, I'm telling you, they better hit and move. And I can understand the hustle, but they sure better
Yeah.
hit and move because they gonna be on
What?
top of that.
One airline found how many was they found from China? Fake USA vaccination cards. There's like 3,000 of them.
Exactly. And the dude was selling them on the parking lot, 1,500 a piece. Sure, I know he didn't go to no black people talking that shit. What? Right. 1,500. 1,500. So somebody that wants to resist all this or whatever, yeah, prove that they are whatever they are, invincible, or their immune system is so tight, they'll take that card to gain entry just to show that they are immune to the whole thing or what have you. Or they just don't want to go through the protocol. Bob, in a pop, man.
I got you. I want to ask y'all a question after y'all finish answer this. Go ahead, Tony. What you think? Because I mean, the protesters, the people who wanted masks was on this side. The other people was on the other side, getting each other face. I say, man, this shit gonna be look. And them people probably wasn't even vaccinated, like, so they probably was spreading. Go ahead, Tony.
Right.
Go ahead, Tony.
That's right.
It's going to be a civil war pretty soon because people feel like, you know, it's a catch-22. If you don't want to wear the mask, then you need to stay home. You need to keep yourself away from everybody else so everybody can stay safe. This pandemic is not going anywhere anytime soon. There are two variants out here now, the Delta and the Lambda. And they're even saying, I saw on the news today in DC, they're going to have 3 different types of testing for the kids when they return to school. So if you've been affected with the virus, or you're asymptomatic, or you are showing some type of signs of the vaccine, the virus, you have to
go out.
You have to quarantine anywhere from 5 to 10 days. And they're going to continue to do these tests and all that on them. So the thing is, they probably shouldn't even have the schools open right now. It's going to spread like a wildfire. And these kids are going to be sick. They're going to die. And, there's nothing that can be done. If I had a school-age child who could not be vaccinated, if, they were going to be vaccinated, I would be keeping my child home. I would continue homeschooling, and I would just have to suffer the consequences if they chose not to allow me to do that. My child's health and well-being is more important than going to a school and being around people who don't give a damn about their well-being.
All right, Melinda.
Tony is absolutely right. I would have to take the neglect charge on not taking my child to school, because what they gonna say to me when my child dies? I'm sorry, or my bad? No, I'd rather take that charge or the fine or whatever they about to do to me to make sure that my child is safe, since they not. And these parents is acting a straight fool. They trying to fight people or whatever. White people is a trip. Anytime they don't agree on something, take your child out of the school. It's that simple. Just like, the people that are wanting to be cautious is willing to take their children out of the schools in order to avoid them being sick. If you have a problem with the mask or whatever, keep your child at home. It's that simple. But no, they want the right to infect or do whatever they want to do. And it's not just masks or vaccines. White people, it seems like they're trying to find any reason to argue and be disagreeable and fight with everybody. And we sick of it. And what should start happening is consequences. There was that board meeting where, they was getting in the board members' faces or whatever and hollering and screaming at them and talking about they know where you live, and they was doing too much. And then the police was just standing around looking crazy. What are they standing around for? That's a straight threat. Or like me, you come up in my face and you have a possibility of having a deadly disease, you're going to catch a punch. It's that simple. And we're going to be brawling, and then the police going to arrest me, not them, because when you screaming in somebody's face and you have the possibility of passing something on to them, that's assault. But they're not going to take them in. They're going to take me in for protecting myself and telling them to back up. Because some of them board members was like, back up, you too close. You don't have a mask on. They screaming in their face. They out of control. And nobody is doing anything to them. You notice in none of these situations you see black people acting a fool. They doing whatever they doing. And they make their decisions, and they make it a personal decision. They don't have to go out and mandate and force people to do nothing for or against. We just handle our business. White people, they got to do the most. You got to try to tell them what not to do. And you have to make sure that they ain't trying to fight you for doing your job. At the end of the day, they're telling these teachers, they're risking their lives to teach their children that they can't protect themselves. Or the other children that are in there. Part of the teacher's job is to protect the child once she's in control of them. Once the children come into the classroom, anything happens to that child, that's on the teacher. If they have like a fight or whatever, and they're looking at the teacher like, why didn't you do anything? Why is this different?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they need to stop, and they need to do something about these people that are out of control, because they're out of control. They becoming intimidating people and doing the most, and we can't even have a peaceful rally anywhere without us being arrested and tear gassed and firebombed. And they will do the absolute most to us anytime we're doing anything. But these fools get to run rampant.
Well, I don't think police.
And you notice they ain't coming in our neighborhoods with that bull.
I don't even think police want to touch them. So it's just crazy, man. But yeah, I totally agree with y'all. You know what I mean? It's gonna be up to the parents if you want to send them to school or keep them home. If that, it's up to you. So take the consequences. And I ain't take, if it was like that, especially in Florida, and if it's gonna be a mask mandate, I just have to find a way. You just got to find a way to keep home. But the Lucius Peterson said, just think of the unreported and unpunished crimes in Hollywood. I said, yeah. Jamal said, damn, they selling fake vaccines. You ain't know that, brother? Yeah. And so do you think they should give kids COVID shot? They are a certain age get it, right?
Up to 12 and up.
Yes.
12 and up get it, yeah, because I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know about to be a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to be here to cover it. Right, Larry? Wait, my fault, Larry. Right, Larry?
Yeah, they probably bootlegging fake vaccine somewhere. If you're going to do the card, you might as well do the whole thing.
Can y'all imagine somebody in like a Walmart shopping center with a boot up say, y'all want some COVID shot?
Hey, man, I'm telling you, there was a doctor. There was let me just a little bit off track. There was a doctor in Baltimore, and he got about 12 years sentence. He was saving people from cancer.
Yeah,
and he was shooting them with aloe vera, aloe vera, and he was charging them outrageous rates. But when you dying, you want a lifesaver. That's it. That's it. And all he was doing was pumping it with aloe vera. So the people just naturally died because they didn't do a damn thing or what have you. And they pulled up with his scheme, and everybody had injections of aloe vera. So they locked him up, man. They said he was scheming and whatever. It was a scam, but when you dying, you dying. Somebody, you want to grab something, man. When you dying, if they selling the cards, look for the bootleg on the vaccine. Watch what I tell you.
Well, since we on top, I'm just gonna say this and move on. Maybe they need to find that miracle water that Manny Pacquiao jumped in that healed his shoulder when he fought Floyd Mayweather. It's just
is that right?
You gonna make Jamal mad?
So let's move on. Major
Okay.
companies are recruiting more HBCU grads than ever before. Are they trying to diversify, Melinda?
Yeah, they are. Because at this point, they know a whole bunch of programs about to start after the Me Too, not the Me Too movement, but the Black Lives Matter movement. And some of these politicians, when they got in office, they came into office hoping that we would vote for them and started making promises of we're gonna give y'all money, we're gonna send money to your HBCUs, we're gonna try to be inclusive or whatever. And they're giving incentives to these companies, tax incentives and financial incentives. So they're like, we're gonna cash in. This is almost like back in the day when they had the quotas for black people. They cashed in on it. They used to pay the companies extra for hiring black people or people of color. And if you hire a black woman, you done hit two spots. So they're going to be doing that again because the government and this administration promised money to diversify and make some communities better. So if they can find some kind of way to get some of these grant monies for their company, yeah, they're going to hire some HBCU people. And also, what was it? Amazon's owner's wife gave like $100 million to HBCUs, so they want some of that money.
His ex-wife.
Yes.
Okay, I hear you. Yeah, I feel you because I read like Fortune 500 company, Tony. They hire HBCUs like mad now. I mean, so they trying to diversify, or it might be something else. What's going on with that, Tony?
They're probably trying to diversify, but also trying to monopolize off the benefit of hiring these students from the HBCU colleges. Because the thing is, you're not going to just do something out the because you feel it's right. You're doing it because you're being prodded by the benefits that you're going to be
I'm
reaping
about to say
from your
profit driving.
business.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's all that is.
What you think,
So you
Larry?
think my 2 semesters of Howard gonna help me with that?
Nah. What you think, Larry?
Well, you know, it's strange. I was up at the CVS at Georgia, Florida today, and so these young girls were in the store. And I was in front. So I said, y'all freshmen in Howard? Yeah, we just started. So I said, tell me this is diversified up there? How many white students and stuff like that or whatever? Well, there are a few of them up there or what have, because I know a lot of white students were going up there. You know, Howard had to do that. You know, they had to get money. You see what I'm saying? Because you know, a lot of black students, you know, they have difficulties with finances and stuff like that or whatever. So they had to take the cash money. So I said, what do you think of that? She said, well, they don't bother nobody. They just don't bother. I said, yeah, I guess they right. Don't bother none of the niggas up there. Don't do that. You know, you already up there. But so she said, but it's not as many as she think. But they said there's a lot of foreign students. You see what I'm saying? Indians. As a matter of fact, case in point, yesterday when I finished selling down there at Waterfront Southwest, I was getting off the metro at Georgia Avenue. I just got off the elevator with my car. And this little girl was walking down the street. We stopped at the light. So she started talking about the shirts. So I said, oh, yeah. So I said, where are you from? She said, India. So I said, oh, yeah, that's cool. So we walked a little further. We started talking and whatever. So I said, where do you go to school? She said, Georgetown. I said, oh, yeah, what you getting your master's? She said, I'm working on my PhD. You know? So I said, well, how old are you? She said, 23. So now I'm walking with this little smart-ass Indian girl up down the street. You know, your PhD at 23, man, you got to know something.
Yeah, exactly.
You got more that's compressed in your brain at that age.
Mm-hmm.
And so here comes this nigga. He wanted to get a shirt off the. How much is this shirt? I said, no, you can't do that. No. So she said, sir, do you need money to buy the shirt? Whoa.
Oh, he asked the guy that was buying the shirt. Oh, man, okay.
No, this dude didn't have no money. See, I already knew he was just staging, you know what I'm saying, faking. He just want to mess with me or mess with the shirt. You know how a lot of them do or what have you. She said, I would help you give him the money for the shirt. He said, okay, sister. I said, wait a minute, get the shirt first. You understand? Well, he said, why I got to get the shirt first? I said, well, that's when she give me the money. Well, it's my money when she give it to me. I said, hey, don't give this nigga nothing. Don't give him nothing. Because I already see. Oh, nigga, I would knock your ass out. I said, well, you already knocking me out.
He tried to take advantage of the the woman generosity.
And we together, and
you
I ain't
wasn't
gonna get
gonna
nothing
have it.
out of it. Ain't gonna cut
Exactly.
me out of it. No, you ain't gonna cut me out of it. But anyway, he
I
left us
got you.
alone, and I talked to the girl some more. She bought a Juneteenth shirt. I said, "Why'd you buy it?" She said, "I know what that means with black people with slavery and stuff like that." I mean, and it was just diversity. Indian students. You understand what I'm saying? She said she had to go up to Howard to do something for a friend of hers or whatever.
Got you.
But I'm just saying, they're here.
I
They're
got
here.
you.
And they
I got you.
PhDs, they
Well,
ain't playing.
Melinda, I think, man, you need to go finish and get our PhD. Maybe Larry can tell a long story about us. You think so?
Look here, that's how I got that college loan right now because I'm done my PhD. I just have to do the testing and dissertation phase,
Oh
but I
well,
ran out of money, and this
excuse
government
me,
keep trying to
twin.
make me
I
do
need
something
to
that I
go
can't.
get mine. I'm sorry. Let me go get mine then. All right. Well, let me read these comments.
But you know what? Larry said something very interesting. He said that all the foreigners that are not black are going to Howard. And I feel like the reason why they're doing that is because we have a sense of black people have a sense of inclusiveness that other white schools won't have, and they have a sense of protectiveness there because we don't attack people that are not like us. Unlike white institutions, give them a hard time when they go because they're foreigners. I thought that was interesting what you said, Larry.
Okay.
The truth the
Exactly.
truth be told, like 30 or 40% of our physicians are foreign.
Yeah.
You go to
Exactly.
Howard now.
Yeah.
What I had to go. I had to talk to my urologist the other day, Dr. Mawaldi. He was Italian. Now they got Dr. He's Nigerian. I can't pronounce his name. And I did a call back with him or whatever. But most of the time when I go up there, I get a foreign physician
Yeah,
because
well, you
that's
know
what they
what,
are.
Larry? I don't understand. Yeah, I understand, but I just don't understand sometimes. Us as blacks, we don't want them jobs for some reason. Like we don't go to school that long. We don't want the easy. We want the easy jobs, the quick benefits, stuff like that. Cause them doctors and lawyers, they going to school for 12 years. You know what I mean? 8 years sometimes, 12 years. You know what I mean? And that's a long way. Black people, we got like five, six, seven kids, family to take care of. We can't be in college that long in that profession to try to make some money, you know what I mean? And he probably come from overseas, you know what I mean, where he's here by himself to work, you know what I mean, then to get
Mhm.
some money. But it's all good. Let me read this stuff so we can move on.
Well, let me make this one last comment. Melinda said she didn't finish because she ran out of money.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't run out of money. They get money from some other sources
Grant.
or whatever.
A
You see what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
people,
Yeah, there's a
exactly.
cap on financial aid, and then they stop giving you Pell Grants and stuff once you get in
Yeah.
grad school. Because I didn't get all my financial debt until I went into grad school. When
Mm-hmm.
I started my master's program and in the PhD program, it topped out all my financial aid.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Damn.
we need to
I hear
ask.
you.
What's the
Whoa.
name, Larry? What's the guy name? Which one that gave the money to the guy from CNN? Which one we got on? That gave the
Oh
money.
yeah,
Bezos.
man,
Well, yeah, we need to
man.
have Jay Bezos to give us some money so Melinda can finish and I can go back and get mine and everybody else that giving it to
Look, we
these
need a
clown ass
GoFundMe.
dudes. Exactly.
Co-funded.
Exactly.
But then one other thing too, I told her too, PhDs normally they don't get hired on jobs
No.
because usually PhDs have to create their own thing because the
Mm-hmm.
person that's interviewing you may have a bachelor's. The guy that you got to see next must maybe have a
A
master's, and
master's.
you
Yep.
coming in there hitting the ground running with a PhD, they scared you gonna run them out of there or what
Sometimes
have
I
you.
drop it off my resume.
I'm telling you because it's intimidating. Then what you
Yeah.
need a job here for? You
That's interesting you said that, Larry, because I work with a lady who has her master's, and the person in HR told her, I will help you look for a job because you're better qualified to do my job and the rest of the people in my department because they only had associates or bachelors.
That's right.
And I told her, you're never going to get anything more than what you're doing now. So you might as well just go outside of the office.
You said, and you put PhD. They said, "Damn, oh,
Yeah, you
Then
can.
he started
Sometimes you
thinking
have to
about,
drop it off your
Hold on,
resume.
wait a minute. Maybe my version of PhD is totally different, y'all. I thought PhD is player hater degree. Oh, my fault. I just wanted to end this damn segment because it's been going too
okay, yeah,
damn
go ahead.
long.
Well, you did
Okay.
it. You were successful.
We're
Good
sorry.
God.
That's
PhD.
when you supposed to shut our mics off like you did the last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it was interesting, but
Mhm.
player hater. That's what it stands for.
All right. Take it.
But Jamal Hoyle say his daughter's a teacher. She's pissed. She got to go back to school. To get you random Jeremy ass people. Light skinned Lou said we are heading to an unknown, y'all. Then he
Mhm.
say $50 to vaccinate the whole family, both shots at the Walmart parking lot. And I'm with you, Lou. Let's do this, baby. We gotta find ways to make money. Looking like shaking his head.
It's
Both,
coming. It's coming.
Listen,
y'all
the
crazy, man.
views of certain panel members are not the same views as
The, the
me and
views
Tony.
of the people in the comment section, not the views of the rebuttal entertainment. Letting you know that right there.
Amen.
Even if he is the
Amen.
co-host, he's not the views here. You know what I
He's
mean?
he's not on here right now.
Right.
So Jamal mad at me for some reason. I don't know. And a little bit of both. Oh man. Don't fall for the okey doke. He don't even talk this much when he on the damn show. You know what I mean? Man, that's right. So we gonna move on. Uh-huh. Like Melinda, Tony, Joe Greenberg, y'all know what that is? Providing investigators with thousands of photos and videos probably doesn't bode well for Matt Gentz. That's his name. That's his name, Larry. Matt Gentz. That's his name, right? Me and Melinda was just
Getz
talking
is
about it.
back on the scene. Getz.
Yeah, Gentz.
Hmm.
So Greenberg, he'd already turned on him or whatever. So, they got photos now.
And videos.
Good.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Somebody, I don't think Matt Gates is the primary fish. There were other congressmen there and politicians. See, now this is where it's gonna get funky or what have you. Then they got to shut him up. They got to shut one of them up. Now Gates, he just run his mouth. That's his thing because he's a politician's son.
So in case the listeners don't know, this is the guy that had the underage girl, right? And now they try to stop
Yes.
child trafficking. He's a Republican. All right, go ahead.
And so he didn't, he said he know nothing about it and what have you. But Greenberg the toll on everybody. He did for them to give him, for you to go into a prosecutor and say you're gonna tell information, whatever.
You
Before
got
they make a deal with you, they gonna want to know what you know. It ain't like we're gonna make the deal, and if it's not sufficient, they ain't gonna make no deal with you. But obviously, what his information did, it implicated some other people. It's gonna be coming out, as you know. So they gave him that leniency and what have you, because they checked it out and verified it. Because they're not gonna do it. You got to tell him what you know first before you get a plea. Because once you find out what you're facing, they got all kinds of things. And a good prosecutor, if they ask you a question, they already know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to catch you in a lie.
Exactly. They try to see if you're gonna change up. Exactly.
Right. So every time Gates, he knows how to just fight and throw a lot of confusion up there, but they slowly but surely, Greenberg is saying da 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 da, and now he got these photos. It's just like Prince Andrew with Epstein there, and he hugging the girl and everything in the picture, but I don't know her and what have you. No, it ain't working like that no more.
Somebody in trouble, like somebody. In trouble.
Oh man, they're gonna. DeSantis was probably with him.
I hope so.
Melinda, what's going on with that, Melinda?
The thing is that it what Larry said is absolutely true, and I think remember he was touring. He was doing the country tour with Taylor Greene with her foolishness. Marjorie Taylor Greene. They was touring together. Haven't seen them in a minute, and then they threw her off of Twitter. But he was touring with her, and I think he's in trouble, and he know he's in trouble. So he had kind of like laid back, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna just sit in the cut and see what's gonna happen, because he was out there talking all kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden he's been silent for the last 2 months. So he might be gearing up for that trial.
Tony, what's going on with this guy?
What was the exact question, though? I'm sorry.
Um, they provide videotapes and photos, thousands of photos of this guy, Matt Gantz, about his child trafficking case, and Joel Greenberg is providing it.
I mean, they just, I guess they're going to try to hold him accountable in some type of way, I guess. If you
Well,
have all this evidence against him and they're presenting it, so I guess they're going to try to make him be accountable for something.
yeah, his own people snitching on him. That's what's going on. So
Yeah.
they're trying to cover their own ass, and so that's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? The Republicans ain't gonna do no time for nobody else. You know what I mean? And like
No.
Larry Melinda said, it's going to come to light, no matter if it's 2-3 months from now. His ass going to jail.
He was sworn like he
going
had
out of
no
office.
care in the world.
Exactly.
And
And giving all them foolish speeches for Trump, and then he just disappeared the last 2 months.
Exactly. What does that?
But we already knew he was going to be in trouble when they said that guy Green was being put into custody and was talking.
That's right. That's right. That's right. They had too much on him. Oh, I was just thinking about my man R. Kelly. They put so many charges on him, boy. I
They
don't know
just
what he
added
was
charges
doing.
on R. Kelly. Poor R. Kelly.
They might
Nice.
do some additional ones too.
Woo.
Yeah, they
They
said
tried
he's
to-
never cutting out.
They tried to exemplify. They're exemplifying him. That's what they're doing. They made an example out of him. Always on the black side. Always. Always. And then we talk about Greenberg and the rest of them. It's just us. Like Richard Pryor said, it's just us. It ain't them. It's just us, man. That's
Yeah,
what
I
it
seen
is.
that. I said, "Oh man, that nigga ain't never seen the daylight."
Whoa!
He
I
singing
was
in
wondering
jail.
what did he do? Damn. That's
Well-
right. They're making sure. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, a judge allowed defamation lawsuits against Sidney Powell, Rudy G, and your man, My Pillow guy CEO, go forward. So they did all that talking for Trump, all that the election was stolen. Now all that shit is coming back to haunt them, and now they going to be in trouble. They're going to be on these people a lot of money. Melinda, how much money what's going on with this guy? All of them. They got him now, Melinda. He let
You
it
see,
go
he done
forward.
stopped advertising. He done pulled his advertisement even from their Fox channels because he don't have enough money. He had to consolidate all his money because his money gonna be gone, and that's already. So imagine when these suits come through, he gonna be done because they was just talking crazy and reckless and thought they was gonna get away with it. So now it's time for the chickens to come home to roost. And like I said a couple of weeks ago, the pillow suck anyway.
Tony, the lawsuit going forward, they in some trouble, ain't they?
Yeah, he's probably going to have
Uh-oh.
all his money's going to be tied up in the court system.
All right, while you pause, you fix your R2D2 Wi-Fi. Go ahead, Larry. What's up with them? What's gonna happen to them?
It's just like with the Trump thing. Those DAs, they already know. Because the prosecutor, they done got all this information. They've been collecting all this information. They already know. Now, your lawyer gotta, you have to choose your words carefully now. Because they got all this information over here. And they just want to know what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
And
because
perjury.
the million say they want all that. They gonna take all their asses to court for defamation, Larry.
That's right. The way they messed them up, they put out lies and counter lies on these people right here. They didn't even know what they were talking about. Now you're gonna be held accountable for running your mouth, pillow man.
They done threw in people that wasn't alive in the defamation. They were like, Hugo Chavez, he been dead.
Dang it, man. But I'm saying, so they said that this judge was a judge that was appointed by Trump. This was a Trump appointed judge. Dig it. So now that just goes to show you, he's looking at this. He actually, he's being a judge. He's not
As he
bipartisan.
should.
Yeah, he's being
Exactly.
a judge. Right now, if Trump was in office, well, if Trump was in office, they would never. Yeah. No, we won't talk about that.
Well,
We
let me
don't give a
say
fuck.
this: get
Go ahead.
all their lying asses, every last one of them. I hope they get money out there, even the ones that ain't got no money. Go after everything they got, Dominion, for all that bullshit. See, that will happen. Trump get away with that shit for a minute, but your asses, oh, they gonna fry y'all asses. Y'all gonna get that money up, believe that. You know what I mean? So I hope they get much money they can from all of y'all. You know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
hope they can. Defamation, you know what I mean? Or slandering their name. The poor
Mm-hmm.
Dominion who got y'all president Joe Biden. I ain't even my president no more. Joe Biden, I'm mad at him. Joe Biden in office. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
here's what it is. All right, next. My new flair. No, I don't even want to say it, man. Florida
What?
governor deploying rapid response team to fight COVID after all this mess. He said he wasn't doing nothing. COVID was a hoax and all that. Now he deploying a rapid response team to fight COVID. The Santos, Larry.
Too little, too late. Too little,
They
too
should
late.
sue him.
Yeah, he put his finger up to check the wind, and his radar is telling him your supporters ain't going with this all the way through. You better change up on this, and what have you. So he changing up. He trying to change it. He gonna tell you he vaccinated in a minute. He gonna tell you he vaccinated in a minute. Right now, he may not wear a mask, but he gonna tell you he vaccinated in a minute.
He's in the garage, I think.
Michael, they eat all your popcorn? Oh man, Melinda, what you think?
I think they need to be held accountable. You can't just because you hold the office don't mean that you're exempt from, getting charges against you. Charges need to be held against these people that blatantly knew, because they knew stuff was going on from like 2019, the end of 2019. They got briefed, some of them, and some of them even played stocks and bonds and stuff in order. So they knew what was going on. They just doing
Mm-hmm.
what's best in their best interest. And the reason why they, diverted information from us for so long is so that they can benefit from their knowledge that they had before that we don't have. So then now that
Mm-hmm.
they don't have any other choice because people are dying and they can't deny it any further, now he wants to have rapid response. No, rapid response would have been 6 months ago, a year ago. It's 18. We're going in 18 months now. We're 18 months
Mm-hmm.
into this pandemic, and now he want to get serious after he got the highest rate. They said he equal to Botswana. And that's that's people can is not a third world country. Let me be clear on that. But they consider that a lower status country or a lower status, civilization or whatever they want to call it because they're racist. But Florida is equal to Botswana. That tells you the whole story. And the fact that they're even comparing Botswana with them is so that you can know how bad it is, and it's a racist undertone for them to even mention Botswana. But what I'm saying to you is he needs to be sued. You can't just decide to put everybody's health and well-being at risk for your own gains. And that's what he did. And he needs to be recalled. And he needs to go to jail because a lot of people died under him. And so should Trump and all them and that and the person in Texas. As soon as he get better, they need to sue him and put him in jail. But that's not going to happen. At the end of the day, I hear what Larry said that they collecting stuff, but we also know that a lot of them people ain't going to see no jail time, and we'll be lucky if they get fined. They get away with stuff, and as Tony said, they got the complexion. So
Tony, is it a little too
I'm
late?
just don't believe that they're gonna get what's coming to them. I really don't. We get what's coming to us, but they shirk that stuff all the time. They get away with stuff. They find loopholes, and then they continue to do whatever they do, and then they get to retire quietly in the background. And I know you're probably gonna ask this question later, but everybody blaming Biden for Afghanistan while Bush is just sitting back making art. People don't get their just due when they do stuff and they're white and they're politicians. It's just not gonna happen. I just don't believe that it's gonna work that way for them. You know, they might their legacy is gonna be tarnished, and that's about it.
Got you. Tony, is it a little too late for DeSantos to do that?
Yeah, yeah, I think it is. He's backpedaling now on what he had said initially. Everything is always politically motivated for future reelection. So, at some point you have to be held accountable for your actions. But the bottom line is it is too little too late. If you're going to say something and you stand on what you say initially, don't backpedal. You sound crazy.
Light skin Lou. Florida Governor DeSantos is putting a rapid response team to fight COVID. Is it a little too late?
It's a little too late, man. Just think about what everybody just said. I caught the tail end of Melinda and Tony just capped on it. All this stuff, man. They had time enough to do it. They had They had the resources to take care of it, and they didn't because what they did was they pretty much just treated it like it wasn't a real issue, man. And now that this variant is going at a rapid pace from when the COVID virus first started, now they want to do it. Like I said, we always doing it after. Why not be in prevent? I think it's too late. I ain't gonna say it's too late. Something should have been done earlier, man. Now you want to do it when shit get worse. So yeah, I think it is a little too late, honestly. I do.
Got you. What you think, Larry?
Well, Corley, you know, there's a prosecutor named Glenn Kirshner. He was the number one prosecutor in D.C. and he handled I don't know how many homicide cases or whatever. He's prosecuting Trump on YouTube while the Justice Department is doing it. And one thing he said, Trump ought to be charged for failure to alert the people of the COVID disease coming and what it would actually do. He's responsible. He should be charged for the deaths of those people who he neglected and what he say, to go away and what have you, he should be held accountable. He's saying they ought to be charged with that. So the same thing gonna be with DeSantis. A little bit too late. The COVID got him. See, you couldn't stop the COVID. Yeah, Trump lost because of the COVID. Biden was just happened to be there, but the COVID took him over. This was gonna happen to DeSantis. It's gonna take him over or whatever because they can't stop nature. And what it's doing it is countering and it's going against everything they say. And the people are looking at COVID and you saying something else, but the people are dying from COVID. So now rapid response team, it's what, like Afghanistan, you gonna send them in there, what they gonna do? You understand? If they ain't careful, they'll catch it. If they ain't careful, because you didn't do anything to it. And the teachers, like that somebody sent in the girl they want to go back to school and teach her. Why should she? What incentive would she have?
Jamal's daughter.
Yeah. What incentive does she have? She don't know what don't know what you got. Don't know what you got. They're not going to be responsible when you die. They're not going to be responsible. You have to be responsible for yourself. Make your own decisions. No, I can't do that and whatever. That's why she mad because having them kids gonna come in there, and some of them gonna have symptoms, and and teachers already catch stuff from kids. You understand what I'm saying? Your kid go to school, catch a kid, whatever. It's gonna spread. And they gonna play and touch and pull on masks, and that's what they gonna do, or whatever. So it's gonna spread.
You right, believe me, I know, man. Cause them little kids, German and motherfucker, they snide that cold, everything, dude. So you right, them teachers gonna catch it, man. But I hope they be safe. But Melinda said it right on the head. Because the next question is, Afghanistan is being taken over by the Taliban. Light skin Lou, is your buddy Joe Biden to blame?
No, he's not to blame. He's not to blame, man. At some point, man, we got to start defending our own country, man. The only thing that I have a problem with is I worry if we put a plan in place because if Taliban is able to take over Afghanistan, just think about all the resources that they'll have, all the weapons that they'll have. Would they be able to come over here and make it, and cause trouble. I
Nah.
just don't think it's Joe Biden's. I just don't. I just don't,
Mhm.
because we got to start defending our own backyard, man. We've done this for what, 20 some years now. It's time for them to stand on their own, man. At this point, it's like you're not helping them, because when you get, that's with anything you do. If you get constantly getting help, how you gonna know what it's like to do it on your own? I just feel like they need to take care of this on their own, man. And we
Mhm.
just need to lead like we did, and worry about our own backyard. Stop worrying about what's in the United States. Protect us. Be worried about other people, man. Worry about your own backyard, man. So no, I don't think it's Joe Biden's fault.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Even though Joe Biden is on my downward spiral right now, it's not him. You know what I mean? People don't know we went in Afghanistan. We went in Afghanistan when 9/11 happened to get Bin Laden and all that stuff, and we stayed in there looking for him and all that shit. 20 some years now. You know what I mean? It's time for us to get out. It's time for them soldiers, the soldier sellers, and whoever else in there to get out and go be with their family, man. We can't keep fighting other people wars and fights and stuff like that. But that's the only reason we went in there. And then the Taliban, the Afghanistan army, they're a bunch of pussies. You know what I mean? And the United States was warned that they was a bunch of pussies, that they wasn't going to fight. Soon when the Taliban came, Larry, just said in two sentences, Larry, they pulled their pants down and did what, Larry?
And grab their ankles.
And they ran. They ran up out of there. I mean, soon they started fighting. The people took off them uniforms, no weapons that the USA gave them, and they ran. You know what I mean? They ain't fighting for their own country, but yet y'all want us to stand there and fight for them and keep losing our lives and all that shit. Man, hell with
Right.
Afghanistan. You know what I mean? Tony, go ahead.
The United States is always ill prepared to handle our own affairs, but we're quick to jump in and handle other people's businesses. And they should have been home. It shouldn't have taken 20 some years for them to just leave from Afghanistan. So um, I have no problem with them leaving. They should have been, like I said, they should have been home. And we need to start taking care of our own business here.
And for another thing, Donald Trump was the first one that said we're going to bring our troops home. We've been there long enough. Then they try to pull that shit off out of Twitter and off the internet and stuff like that, so the Republicans can kick rock. Melinda, tell them how much they can kick rocks.
Uh-oh.
Here's the thing: we lost 200,000 soldiers over there for this 20-year plus war, and we spent $1 trillion. They could have gave us reparations.
She gonna
That
tell
that's off the
reparations.
top. They could have took care of all our college loans off the top. It's not as much as I would like to blame Trump and everybody
Mm-hmm.
else. It was on Bush. We shouldn't have been there in the first place because
Mm-hmm.
those people wasn't really involved in 9/11. But we had something over there. They had something over there that we wanted, so then we made it about them in particular. So now, 20 years later, what was supposed to be happening or what they kept telling us, because money's been stolen, what they've been telling us was that they was over there training these people and giving them democracy. So if that nation falls in a 10-day period, what happened to the training? They wasn't getting training. They was exchanging our money, our taxes to the war people that are building these the bases, and they're building the weapons or whatever, and we gave them a whole bunch of weapons and we claimed that we were training them. So now the Taliban has all these weapons. Let's not take all of the blame away from Trump though, because prior to him going out of office, he pardoned 5,000 people, I think, 500 people. And then some of those people are now in charge of the Taliban in Afghanistan. So what I'm telling you is that whole war was a way to funnel money to different corporations that are in charge and government funded corporations. And then at the end of the day, what we're left with is this fake democracy that ended in a 10-day period. And now they're fighting with the weapons that we gave them people. against their own people. Now, if they don't want to fight their own wars, we don't have no business fighting their wars for them. And they didn't.
Right.
And we don't have no responsibility towards them in any kind of way. You know, I'm disappointed with CNN because all this week they was like, oh my God, you know, what's going on with these people? Haiti just had a whole earthquake and didn't nobody bat an eyelash, didn't nobody cry no tears. It was like, oh my God, 3 people fell out the plane. A whole bunch of people died in Haiti. A whole bunch of people is dying in Africa. They don't care nothing about that. Now they're talking about we need to bring these refugees over, but nobody said anything about bringing the Haitians over that has been devastated by this earthquake. So no, I'm not feeling any kind of way about, and I'm sorry that they're going through that, but that's not our problem. We got enough problems here in the United States that we need to cover. Again, I said reparations. We have a anti-lynch law that haven't been passed. I was watching the United States versus Billie Holiday. That stuff went out during that time. That's been on the books since that time, and it hasn't been passed yet. They worry about the wrong things and the wrong people. If they, you know, kind of focus on America, we wouldn't be that shithole state country that Trump likes to talk about. We're that country because we're focused and spending money where we don't have no business spending money. And then here it is, you know, other countries are giving stipends and stimulus packages to their people monthly. We got, you know, a couple of stimulus packages and then they patting themselves on the back. But we gave these people trillions of dollars to take care of their situation and they didn't. Why are they in this situation now? And why should we continue to send troops? Because I bet you money that they're going to send troops back because the world is like crying shame on the United States. Oh, Biden should have did this and Biden. They said that months ago. They told these people that we gonna pull out. But Trump was telling people that these people that we were gonna pull out. They should have been getting them people out of there. The people didn't want to go at that point. They didn't think it. They thought it was a game. They didn't think it was serious, and they decided to stay. Then last minute, when this man actually did what they said they were gonna do, now it's like, oh my God, you shouldn't have pulled out. They knew this stuff was coming. They knew that these people was gonna act the way they was gonna act. Leave. You didn't leave. My problem, my only thing is that Biden should have gotten the United States nationals and all those people that's working over there from the United States. He should have got them out of there weeks ago, and not with the the red tape. He should have fast tracked that. That's all I'm saying. Let other people handle their business because we in the United States, especially Black people, got to handle our business. We're not giving anything, but they give other country money, resources, support. Give us some resources and support. That's all I'm saying. We ain't had no business over there, and it's time that they had gotten out of there. They should have been out of there years ago. So I don't have a problem with them leaving. And the 3 people that fell out of that plane that they keep wanting to talk about CNN and everywhere else.
Sharing problems.
Yeah.
There it is.
Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah. By the way, this commentator mentioned that the United States spent about $5 to $6 billion a month. Afghanistan was one of the most poorest countries in the world. We've been over there 20 years. We spent $5 to $6 billion a month, and they still one of the most poorest countries in the world because when you saw when the Taliban went into those palaces, what my man was doing there, the government was doing, they took all that money. That money's gone. That's gone. As we speak, what we're shipping to Haiti right now, you think it's going to go to those people? It's going to go to somebody, some warlord or somebody, and they're going to sell it to them. You understand what I'm saying? It's the total corruption.
If you're not out there disputing it yourself, they're going to go to somebody else.
That's what it is. It's just total corruption. They said for 20 years, they put $5 to $6 billion. They gave it to the Afghanistan government. And now it's still one of the most poorest countries in the world. What, 5 or 6 billion for a month? I can't even calculate them in my head. I used to be good with zeros. for 20
Yeah, my
years.
biggest thing is what has changed though. Yeah,
What?
out of all these
Nothing.
years, what has
Nothing,
changed? What has
nothing,
nothing
and
changed?
Nothing.
any
Right,
little
right.
advances
So
is going backwards.
They took the money and ran.
exactly.
That's what they always do. Because
So,
United States money is
so
still
it,
good, even though they say it's worth 3 cents over here. The dollar's worth 3 cents. When you got United States dollars over there, it topples their currency most of the time, unless they got
yeah.
gold. You ain't gonna topple that. That's for sure. And where'd the money go? My man was out of the country. He was gone. All the people were gone. You know, they took billions, billions,
I
billions,
think we
man.
pulled out at the right. Well, we should have been pulled out, but this is. I think it's a good thing that we pulling out, man, because nothing has changed. It's been 20 years. Only thing
Well,
that
Yeah.
changed was the amount of money that's been spent. That's it.
Whoa.
well,
And
we
we put out
already
some.
out, so it ain't no pulling out. We already out of
Yeah,
there, but
yeah, we out.
They gonna
Yeah,
send somebody back in there
yeah, to
because
do something, it's some minerals or something that's very important and stuff
Oh
like that
yeah,
need to be
yeah. They got
protected. I
resources.
forgot they got resources. I
They
forgot what it
got
was,
resources.
but I gotta
yeah. They
read this.
never.
We
It's
moving on.
always a team over there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so statement from y'all. Old President Donald Trump said, "I wish Joe Biden wouldn't use September 11 as the date to withdraw our troops from Afghanistan for two reasons. First, we can and should get out early. 19, 19 years is enough. In fact, far too much and way too long. I made early withdrawal possible by already pulling much of our billions of dollars of equipment out. So who got the $1 billion of equipment? But anyway, out. And more importantly, reducing our military presence to less than 2,000 troops from the 16,000 level that was there. Likewise in Iraq and zero troops in Syria, except for the area where we kept the oil. Secondly, September 11th represents a very sad event and period for our country and should remain a day of reflection and remembrance, honoring those great souls we lost. Getting out of Afghanistan is a wonderful and positive thing to do. I plan to withdraw on May the 1st, and we should keep as close to the schedule as possible. And he did this April the 18th, 2021. So he was going to do the same thing, but they pulled all that shit down. See, Twitter, you can't pull it down. They snapped that shit real quick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They couldn't pull it
yeah.
down fast enough. They were trying to pull that statement down
Hmm.
for the Donald. And now, hey, they moving back on it. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is crazy, man. So I'm tired of talking about this crazy stuff. Let's talk about something crazier. Tony,
Oh,
your murder hornets of 2021 spotted in Washington State attacking a wasp nest. We're not safe from nowhere, not COVID, not what's the name of the viruses, not the damn murder hornets. Everything coming from the United States. Like, go ahead, Tony. What we gonna do about these murder hornets?
There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, hornets. What do they have? They're murderous, and what do they inject you with other
they
than
Thing that'll
the
kill
venom?
your ass.
I know, but what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, where there's no way that you can contain them. Obviously,
Well, they catching them, so
well,
I say stay away from their ass. That's what I got to say.
yeah.
Stay the hell away from them. Shit.
so hornets are attracted to like bumblebees, red bees, yellow jack hives, and they go attack them. So
Mhm.
they draw the scent and put them in this thing, and they bring them all there and try to capture them. But if they hear it killing people, that's another thing I worry about.
well,
Yeah,
they
hell
they
yeah. I look.
they will wipe out a bee colony though. You
yeah,
know,
Yeah,
we
they
need
go in there, they go in there, and now the bees have a defense against it. Whatever.
but it's just too
If
many of them.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
once the reinforcements come in, no, they just attack. They just attack,
Mhm.
man. They kill them. They kill everything or whatever. They'll wipe out a bee colony. Beekeepers
Mhm.
can't you know they put out rewards for getting some of them or what have you. One or two of them, and they always have reinforcements. Now the
Exactly.
bees have a defense mechanism to kill them or whatever,
Mhm.
but there are too many of them,
It's too, yeah.
and they
The
wipe
hornet's
out
too
the
big.
whole. And they wipe out the whole. You see their pincers. You know they
Mhm.
magnify their pincers up there. They come in there like those
Mhm.
fire ants. They wipe out.
Let me
They
find out,
they
Larry, you watch National Geographic like me.
huh? Oh yeah.
I said, let me find out you watch National Geographic like I do, man.
Well, we're all animals. It's just a matter of intelligence.
Hey,
That's
there you
all.
go.
Exactly.
Melinda,
That's
so there ain't
Hey,
one
Lewis,
thing
you
after
said
another. We gotta watch out for so many things, man. What we want to do about these hornets?
The thing is, it's not the problem is with the bees, as Larry said, because the bees,
Mm-hmm.
if you throw that off, we lose a lot of the things that we need as human beings.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to address that. They're not really aggressive towards humans.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's a bee thing, and
No,
that's
it's
What
where
do
the
you,
nothing.
problem lies. They have us hyped up thinking that we in danger and we gonna die. It's probably very minimal human beings that have been attacked or died from it. We have to worry about the bees.
go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, I think what you said earlier, Lewis, it makes a lot of sense. They set traps for these wars because what they do is they'll
Mm-hmm.
put the bees out because they know what their first priority of what they want to feed off of. So they set the traps for the wars, and hopefully they able to round them up real quick. Cause shit, we got enough stuff worried about, man. We got this COVID flying around, and we got to be worried about wars. And you walk into your car, you like, damn, is that a wall? We just got too much stuff to be worried about.
Got to
So
worry
hopefully
about
they able to
snakes
round them
coming
up,
out
man.
your ass and out the toilets and all that shit.
Right,
So,
right.
wait a minute, like what I was talking about, what Melinda said when I said they're gonna send the troops back to Afghanistan. The Taliban is sitting on 1 trillion worth of minerals the world desperately needs. So they're gonna get that.
Yep.
They're gonna send them back out there, and then go ahead, Larry. It's
Yeah, they
just
got
crazy.
so they have to maintain stability to do that. But anyway,
Exactly.
who
Yeah.
brought them here? Who brought these hornets here?
They said
What
they
country
came
did they
from.
come from?
They said Africa,
And see what I'm saying?
Asia. Mm-hmm.
And this is what. See, you get the bitter and the sweet with immigration. See, when immigrants come in here, they bring the good and the bad. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't have
Mm-hmm.
those hornets before, and what have you. It's just like they bought, I think, a python snake. They were having problems down in Florida with something, and they had to report in python snakes. But python snakes, they didn't have no natural enemy there, and so they proliferated. Now they trying to
Exactly.
get rid of these damn python snakes. They grow huge and whatever.
Hmm.
But that's where they come with
Uh,
immigration. You're gonna
exactly.
bring the bitter diseases. It's gonna come with some of them because they come from these other countries, and they're gonna bring their insects and their pets and what have you. It's the bitter with the sweet. And that's where them hornets
Exactly.
came from somewhere. We didn't have them before. And what
Exactly. So
happened?
now, Larry,
Well,
COVID booster shots to be offered to Americans beginning September the 20th. Would you get a COVID booster shot?
oh man, here we go again. Standing in line. Here we go again. This is going to be a way of life. I'm afraid this is going to be a way of life
Yep.
and whatever.
Yeah.
And I hope somebody get a pill soon. I'm sure they're going to get a pill to take the place of that shot because some people ain't going to be able to take all these shots all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially older people because you get older, your skin gets taller. It's taut, it's tighter, and you can feel it. It was a kid, you'd be crying before the needle go in there, you don't even feel it. Now I feel it when it go in there. You understand? Because my skin is tighter because I'm
You
Yeah,
older.
it coming down. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so a pill,
yeah.
they gotta have a pill soon. We're gonna go through the same process again. And well, it should be a lot smoother because we've already done it. It should be a lot smoother, but it ain't gonna be a lot smoother and what have you.
So, so Lou, is the COVID booster shot going to help people, or is it just another bull crap that people got to take,
Yeah,
and next thing you
nah.
know, they're gonna be shooting you in your ass? I mean,
Honestly, man, when I first decided to get the COVID shot, I knew it was two. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I know
Mhm.
it's going to be a booster because y'all got to understand when I said we're headed into the unknown, what I mean by that is these scientists don't know what this virus is fully capable of. They don't know.
Right.
So they can't promise us to say, well, these two shots are guaranteed to work. You notice with the terminology that they use, they always say there's a strong chance that it will hold up. They never say, oh, it's guaranteed because guess what? They don't know what they're dealing with. We headed into the unknown, man. None of these scientists know how this virus is going to mutate. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm,
if the booster shot has got to get taken, I got to take it. I
mhm.
went in knowing that if the booster shot was going to have to be taken, I'm for it. I got to take it. That's what it is.
Gotcha. Melinda.
Same. Like I said, I would have preferred to, take the stance that Tony did and wait it out and see what's gonna happen. But at the rate we going and the things that are happening, I'm gonna have to take that booster shot and I'm gonna try to hold off on it. But at the end of the day, we're not gonna have no choices. It is what it is. Just like how we have to have shot records to go to school or play sports or whatever. This is our normal. It has always been this way. This is just an additional shot that has to go on that shot record. Just like how I had to take them 6 shots to get the or however many, because I can't even remember. It was a whole bunch of them to go to Japan. And and the funny thing is that I didn't question what was in the shot because it was proven, it been, tested, it's been out for years. The problem Tony has, and a lot of people have, and so did I, was, hey, they just did this overnight. Not literally overnight, but we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the side effects yet. I wanted to wait it out and see. But then when my options became smaller because my daughter had to take it, I decided I was going to take it because she wasn't going to go through whatever she was going to go through by herself. But at the end of the day, if I could just wear a mask and try to wait and see what's going to happen with y'all, I would. But it's going to be just like, hey, put this on your shot record.
I feel offended.
Yeah. Oh, but
Yeah,
y'all-
I need y'all to be the guinea pigs first. Because at the end of the day, I already got a situation going on where they talk about my cancer can come back. I don't know how that's going to deal with these shots.
I'll be the guinea pig for my twin. Don't worry about it. I ain't scared. I'll do it. Go ahead. I got you. Go ahead, Tony.
My question is, the ones who only got one shot and didn't go back for the second one, what's going to happen? Are they going to be able to still take the booster? So they'll have to get everything all over again?
I don't know. They probably do everything over again. I don't know.
They don't have to, because it's only, I think it's effective for 6 months. I think so. They probably have to. They probably have to go back if it's past that 6 months. They have to go back.
Well, I think because of the booster, it's going to be something that's going to go on every year. It's not going to be a one-time thing, or in you all's case, a third time. So it's going to be an every year thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't take the flu shots like that either, so I might be that one that'd be like, nah, I done got those already.
I'm done. That's it. It is what it is after that. Go ahead, Larry.
And I think pretty soon they're just going to put a chip under our skin.
They ain't putting no
a
damn
computer chip. You're going to have all your data right there. And you're going to touch something.
Like the Terminator?
No, I'm just saying, they have been proposing that a while back.
Oh, they already got that. I be walking around with my phone everywhere.
Whatever. See, all they got to do is put that little chip under your skin with all your data on it. And you got to be carrying around those cards and everything. That's just what's going to happen, I'm sure. It's going to tell you your blood type. It's going to tell, as soon as that chip, they're going to give you a readout of what have you. So you don't have to carry those ID. You ain't going to have to carry those vaccination cards because all your data going to be on that chip. And they're going to put it somewhere up there.
I think when that happens, man, you be dead and gone.
Well, I tell you, I just see it coming. It'd be easy to scan. They just going to scan.
You're right.
It's already here, actually, because it was like a couple of years ago, they was telling people that they could volunteer to do that. And some people actually did it. And I don't know why, but
yeah,
I'm like,
they did. Yeah.
I don't know. It came out, but I just see it coming.
That's going to be the way of the new world.
Well, it is what it is. Like I said, what we got? What's the name of them things coming, Tony? The Delta. What's another one? What's the other one?
The Delta and the Lambda.
All right, well,
we're gonna be done when it's Omega Psi Phi. It's all over for us.
No, well, this is gonna happen, Larry. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. They got the Delta and the Lambda, so they're gonna start the ABC shit. It's gonna be the algebra, the Bama, the Santa, the Gamma, the Damma coming out, Damma vowels, the EFGA. So we're gonna have all the fucking vowels coming out, all the whole alphabet. The whole alphabet. So
when the Omega Psi Phi come out, we done.
I'll be dead gone, Larry. So hopefully, everything be straight, man, and this world, oh man, I tell you, that's why I'm on the beach. You know what I mean?
But let me say this: the airline already feeling the pinch. People don't want to travel now. They had all these plans. They were going to make up for last year. And now they said to travel. And what was that cruise ship that went out there and 200 some people caught
It was
something?
like 27.
What was it? A carnival? And they were trying
It
to
was
come back to
Carnival.
port. And they wouldn't
It
let
was
them come back to
Carnival.
port. They said, no, y'all stay out there a little bit
That's
longer.
why I always told her I ain't going on the cruise till probably 2023.
Because you stuck
You
on
know
that
what I
boat.
mean?
Yeah.
And they
No,
won't let
I
you
don't
out.
care about the virus being on there. I thought being stuck on that motherfucking boat just doing nothing. No, I can't not fuck that.
That's right.
Right.
They
I
say,
ain't
Nah.
getting on no boat. You know.
I think they sent out helicopters or ships out there to take those people off the boat and take them to another area. They wouldn't let that cruise line. No, you're not docking here. You got 200. Well, oh no. You can't dock.
You ain't bringing that shit over here, huh, Larry?
Because see, they
Well,
started it. The nursing
exactly.
homes and the cruise liners. That's where it started. See, and they tried to clean up their act and everything, and they had a whole lot of damage control taken care of and what have you. But the first cruise, they went out there. Some of them caught the COVID, but they said they tried to come back. Oh no, you can't come back. Now wait a minute.
And then that's the big thing. That's a big thing when you're stranded on that ship, man. But let me
That's
go
right.
to the
Yeah.
next question, because I want to ask y'all, would y'all do this that this guy did or female did or whoever did this? And I'm gonna start with light skinned Luke because he made him think alike. You know what I mean? So, an anonymous hacker stole 600 million in cryptocurrency and he gave it back because he wanted. He gave back because he wanted to show them that their security was shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So he gave it back and stuff like that. So, Lou, would you give that 600 million back? And they couldn't trace you
Hell
or nothing.
no. Hell no. For what? I'm putting everybody up. Melinda, I'm paying off all your bills, all your school loans, everything. I'm be like Peter Pan. I'm giving everybody what they want. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Larry, I'm gonna have you locked down. I'm gonna have the whole stand joint set up from the monument all the way down to the Capitol. It's gonna be Larry's Lane. How about that? I'm taking care of
Larry's
everybody.
Lane. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
He
right.
was
was
offered he was
I'm taking
offered
care
a
of
$500,000,
everybody.
but he turned that down too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Hey,
So,
hey, Tony, I'm gonna
Larry,
make you part owner
what
of the
you doing,
Pittsburgh
Larry?
Steelers. How about that?
Did you think he got caught? I thought didn't he get caught
No,
or
he
something?
ain't get caught. No.
He just voluntarily did it for. I wonder
Yeah,
why.
to show them because their security wasn't up to par, and
Oh,
then
I
they
hear
offered
you.
him a $500,000 reward, and he turned it down. He just turned it down.
They should give him a job. They should give him a job. How about that?
He don't want no job.
Tony, you give him that money back?
Untraceable, no. I'll keep it.
No.
Okay.
No
Melinda, you
shorts
give him
and
that
no
money back?
refunds. No shorts and no refunds.
Nah, and if I got money, I wouldn't pay off my student loans neither.
That's right. I wouldn't.
The help of the student loan. You hear, Lou?
I hear. I thought I
That
was
was a
doing
good
something for.
No,
That was a good one.
no, I can spend my own money. The government gonna be all right.
Yeah, right.
Well, that was quick. I like that. Now let's make this one quick too, because data found that a 4-mile wide asteroid had the highest chance of hitting Earth.
Mm-hmm.
The
just
highest
misses.
chance coming. There's another one after this one.
Oh,
There's another one coming. Yep, they just found it. So, but this one have a higher percentage of hitting Earth, but they say it's still gonna miss, but not that much. So, Lou, they say if it hit, it's gonna be catastrophic. Earth will still be here, you know what I mean? But it's gonna fuck some shit up. So,
it'll be catastrophic. Yeah.
Tony, what you gonna do when this asteroid hit?
There's nothing we can do. We're gonna
I said
die.
you. I don't put we in it. What you gonna do?
You gonna be on this earth too. We all gonna die.
Not me.
If it hits the right way, we're all gonna die. There's nothing we can do.
Not me. If I'm
You're
like if it
you're
hit, if it had
invincible.
next week, I already got me a plan. Go ahead, Melinda.
Light skinned Lou and Lou been trying to get off this earth for a minute. They've been
They going to the moon.
they've been trying to leave for a while now.
We
Well,
going with
I'm
Jeff
gonna have to-
Bezos.
The thing is, if it comes close enough, even if it don't hit, it might put us off our axis or throw off some stuff. So we in trouble either way.
We might have some meteor showers coming. Know what I mean? Larry, where you gonna go, Larry?
Yeah.
Well, they in order to prevent that, they think that they shoot or miss one, break it up in pieces. If it was just designated, they do it was going to hit Earth, they would shoot something up there to break it up and what have you. That's the only defense that they're thinking about now, to break it up. You understand what I'm saying? They can just make it explode or what have you. You know, so it loses.
So they're trying to be like my favorite movie, Armageddon. They send the missiles up to knock
there
it
you
off.
go.
Yeah, you go.
Lou, you don't know nothing about that. You're too young, man.
Yes, I do.
But
man.
you know what?
Man, you better stop playing, man.
Those space movies, when you see those space movies, the technology, they showing you what they're going to do or what they're doing now. It's exact replica. Right, exactly. They doing that now, right? As we speak, they on the moon. I mean, you know. So the asteroid would be destroyed. Yeah. That's the only way to annihilate it. It have to be destroyed because if it hits the Earth and it's probably bigger than Earth, well, it may not don't have to be bigger than Earth. The impact from the speed alone, is going to cause some serious damage. Exactly. Most of the time, some of them been falling in the ocean. Thank God, but you know, hey, you know.
Would you rather have ocean, big ass tidal waves coming, or earthquakes? Which one?
I'll take the water.
Ooh.
Huh? There's one question. What you take?
I take an earthquake.
What you take, Lou?
I'm used to those. I'm from California.
Earthquake.
What you take, Tony? You gotta take one.
I'll take the earthquake.
Well, I know you ain't taking the water, so you'll take the earthquake. I'm taking the motherfucking earthquake. I've been through. I was in the biggest one in California when I was in school in '92. So I take the earthquake.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So I ain't taking that water, like that water come, man. That water terrible.
Yeah.
Well, all you gotta do, if it's a tidal wave coming, is just follow the animals.
Yeah.
Because when tsunamis, all the tsunamis came, the animals were going the other way. The people were running down to see what was coming. That's how they got killed.
So we're gonna follow the animals. So the little deer's gonna show us to the light.
Instinctively, because instinctively they knew how to go to higher ground.
Yeah, he's right. Their instincts for safety is yeah.
But the
by the
people
time
want
I
to go down.
figure that out, I'm already drowned because I'm not watching the animals like that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna watch. If I see them going one way, they know what's happening or whatever. You know, you want to stand there and
I'm trying to avoid animals. I'm like, what? You got alligators? I'm not going there.
Well,
so
I'm just saying. But the dogs and everything, they know where to go. They sense it. They sense it before you do.
We got one more question, but I'm gonna slide this one in, and I just want to look. What's your thoughts? Just a quick thought. I'm gonna mute you, Melinda. A quick thought, because I know this is gonna hit home here. What do you about Haiti? I don't think Haiti gonna be here in about 10 more years. That's just my opinion. It's the worst thing that's happened to Haiti, man. It's just so unfortunate.
They curse.
Man.
They just curse.
So, it happened rapidly.
Let go of Melinda first. What do you think, Melinda? I mean, what do you think?
I think Haiti is a sad case. However, I think Haiti going to be gentrified. You know how America likes to make stuff get run down to the point where it's just like unlivable and don't nobody want it and people leave or whatever, and then they're gonna go in and develop it and take it over. That's what I predict is gonna happen to Haiti. It's not gonna stay in the hands of the black people, but just like how white people move down into the Bahamas and Jamaica and all and buy land and whatever, and then they take it over and then try to push the black people out that's been living there all their lives.
Maybe what I'm talking about, Melinda. I'm talking about national disaster. Do you think something gonna happen to Haiti? That's what I'm talking
about. At the end of the day, stuff keep happening to Haiti, and just like anywhere else, California have earthquakes or whatever. They just don't have the resources to rebound from it because they just had some issues. They just had an earthquake, and before they can even rebound from the earthquake or every problems, whatever they have, and political or whatever, something else hit. So that's what their real problem is. Because remember, Japan had that tidal wave. That tsunami or whatever, and these other countries, and they recovered just fine. But when you're a nation of black people or people of color, you don't have the resources to rebound.
Yeah, that's about to say. Japan had more resources.
Yeah, so it seems like Haiti is not going to make it because it's one thing after another after another. But if you think about it, the space of time it's not enough space of time for it to be like a total loss or whatever. It's just that they can't recover from one thing to the next because they don't have the resources. People keep stealing their money because even when people decide to do a telethon or send some money out there, the people that need it never get it. They never rebuild. Remember, Haiti had that issue years, almost 10 years ago, and people sent money out, and none of them never got any of that money, and they never rebuilt any of the stuff that got damaged during that time. They were supposed to be building houses and they were supposed to be building hospitals or whatever, and they did none of that. So that is Haiti's issue. It's not that they're cursed, is they don't have the resources to rebuild when
Mm-hmm.
a disaster happened. Because I've been living in
Right.
California for years and there are earthquakes constantly. And they've been, high end earthquakes, and they've been earthquakes in other places, and they've recovered and went back to their regular lives. But nobody cares about Haiti. They care more about Afghanistan. This one little issue these last 10 days than what's been happening to Haiti over decades.
All right. Go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, I'm like Melinda, man. It's sad because just think about all the other countries, man, that stuff happened to, and they snap right back into it. When it happens to Haiti, shit, it's like a 5, 6, sometimes 10 year recovery time, and they don't have the resources to do it. So I'll say in short, man, it's sad. If you think about everything what you just said, Lewis, and what Melinda just said, it's sad. It's sad.
Tony.
It is a sad state of affairs in Haiti. Year after year, it's always something, whether it's the hurricane, the earthquakes, whatever type of devastation that comes their way, and they don't have the resources to bounce back. And the monies that have been collected for them over the years, they probably haven't even seen it. So they're probably not going to be an island of their own anymore. They're going to have to migrate somewhere else.
Larry.
And the white people gonna buy it for cheap.
Go ahead, Larry.
Haiti's history, man, it's more or less, I think, a curse. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they go through catastrophic situations constantly. It's constantly, even though the president just got assassinated, whatever, now the earthquake. And as we speak, whatever the United States is shipping to them for relief, you can believe it's going to be somebody there that's going to take all that, and the only way the people are going to get it is they're going to have to go buy it from them. You follow me? Somebody's going to take all that stuff and set up, and they're going to sell it to them. That's what they do. That's the corruption. The people, it's just like when they were dropping stuff, food for Haiti and stuff like that. Those people were running around gathering it all up and then selling it to the people. That's what they're going to do because it's total corrupt. Afghanistan ain't got nothing over Haiti for corruption.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the people, as you see, they don't get nothing. Nothing. What is it? It was $2. Now Guatemala was $2 a day. I think Haiti was $5-6 a month or something like that. The wages or whatever, they don't have nothing, and they're not gonna get anything because the people that are hustling the food and the supplies, they're still in position, and they got to ship that place. They got to ship it to someplace. They'd be better off trying to drop it around where some areas they can't reach in the first place. Some people, they're not going to be accessible because of the earthquake and the roads and the bridges. They'd be better airdropping it over there and dropping it over there where
Get them a better chance. Get them a better chance.
That's right. Or they're going to have to come up with money to buy it.
Yeah, you know what, like it's so
The
unfortunate.
thing is that
it's so unfortunate that Haiti got to go through all this stuff, man. I put that out there for y'all to answer because it's not even all that. I'm talking about the national disasters that's hitting Haiti, like the earthquakes and tsunamis and stuff like that. I feel that one of them going to eventually take them out. Not the people giving them money, people helping them out and stuff like that. Like Tony said, it's just in the middle of all the stuff where shit develops. You know what I mean? And that's why I put that question. I don't care, and I don't say I don't care. It's just I don't care about the people we sending the resources out there, helping them rebuild and all that stuff. I just wanted to know, do we think a national disaster, not that, is going to take them out? That's why I put that out there. And that's why I think. Go ahead, Melinda.
Based upon history, yeah.
Resources that they need, yes, because you know now they have earthquake resistant building materials and houses. They can reinforce different places, just like they do in California. They have different materials that they build with so that they can withstand an earthquake or they can withstand whatever. And because they're so devastated right now, they can have a clean sweep and start again in
Mm-hmm.
rebuilding if some people would give them resources. Just
Mm-hmm.
like the thing is that Haiti has nothing for the United States to gain. That's why they're not going in there. Because just like they felt like Afghanistan needed to be stabilized and money and trillions of dollars needed to be funneled in there to make sure that they have a good voting situation and that they have a good lifestyle and the women can be free to be teachers and doctors and live a lifestyle like the West. They could have did the same thing for Haiti, but they refused to do so. They can build, like for example, certain places that are known to have earthquake. They build the houses with certain kind of glass that doesn't shatter,
Mm-hmm.
and they can reinforce certain things, and they can bring in
Well,
cement.
Melinda, that's just gonna be for certain places. Though. All of them, they can't build that for the whole island.
That's a
You know, for
small
all the
island.
houses and stuff. But
That's a
I
small
understand that.
that's a small
But who
island
gonna
and the
get them the
stuff is
money?
already wrecked. It's already wrecked down there. So it's
Hmm.
almost like starting again. They can
Exactly.
and it doesn't even have to be billions of dollars because the resources or the people that are contractors and stuff down there that can be hired to do this stuff is not going to ask for billions of dollars. They might be able to do that stuff for 10 $20 million and get them stabilized and give these people homes and stuff. The money that we gave before could have rebuilt some houses or whatever. Now they living in rubble.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that they would have had all kind of humanitarian crying on TV talking about we need to save Haiti. Um Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't even put a pray for Haiti sticker on the Facebook. They don't care about black nations. So that's why we suffer
Okay.
from that. And I think you're right, Lou. In a little while, Haiti's not going to exist. And it's not because of the natural disaster, it's the fact that they don't care when they have a natural disaster to help them recover and
Build them
reinforce.
and I get
Yes.
you. I got you. Oh well, I feel sorry for them. I wish them the best of luck, man. I hope things get better for them, but it's just my opinion. It is what it is. Like Donald Trump said, shithole countries. And so that just lets you know how they feel and the people with the money feels about Haiti. And like
Mm-hmm.
Melinda said, it ain't.
Exactly.
They don't give a fuck about them. So I
Mm-mm.
just wish them luck and I hope they can get better. You know what I mean? Well, the last question, you know how the last question be, Larry. You know what I mean? Because, Larry,
Go
you
ahead.
work for law enforcement, right?
Yep.
Okay. You have a raid, Central Point warehouse, right?
Central Park. Okay.
In a warehouse full of black market marijuana. 6,000 pounds of processed marijuana worth $15 million, Larry. You're a police officer, Larry. You struggling. You got to pay Melinda debt. You help Melinda get a PhD. You got to help your kid get her PhD. You got to help, me buy more property in Florida and move to Florida. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to help Tony invest, buy our own law firm. You got to help light skin Lou, just be light skin Lou. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, what you going to do, Larry? Are you
It would be tempting.
tough thumbing them pants? I mean, what you going to do?
It would be tempting. It would definitely be tempting. It's not. I couldn't answer that. I couldn't give you a fair answer.
Well, I know
But
two people who will, and we're gonna talk to them last.
I know
Tony,
that's right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tony, what would you do?
Struggling, it would definitely be tempting, but I don't know. I'd probably just do the right thing.
Remember,
They,
you're a law-abiding citizen. You know what I mean?
I told you, I don't want to go to jail.
Okay, well, all right, Melinda, you're a law-abiding police officer. You know some police officer that was crooked that we went to school with, but they got their life back together. You know what I mean? They eventually got out of jail after 10, 15 years or whatever they did. You know what I mean? Just short change for the 100,000, 15 million worth of marijuana, Melinda. I'm trying to tempt the Lou. So what you gonna do?
The thing is, I don't have a network to get rid of that stuff, so I'm gonna have to let that go. Look at
All
light
right,
skin.
all right. Light
You
skin
gotta
Lou.
have
Wait a
some
minute.
kind of way
Wait,
to get
Larry.
rid of this stuff, and I don't have that, so it wouldn't make sense for me to try to do nothing with that.
Did you find this by yourself,
Huh?
or you had a
No.
partner?
Yeah,
You had a
somebody.
partner. Oh no, 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 no. Unless he got to be down. See, because you know he got to be down. He
Oh,
got to
he'll
be
be down,
down.
all right.
He
He'll
got
be
to be
down, all
down
right.
because you know. Look here, man. We either gonna do it or we ain't. That's it.
And
Light skin
he
Lou,
even
what you
know
gonna
he either
do?
gonna get down. He gonna either get down or lay down. Let me tell you something.
Tell him
Type
how.
of
Tell him what you
opportunity
gonna
don't
do,
come
Lou.
to. Hey,
Okay, I gotta do
we
the
about to open
disclaimer.
up
These are
shop,
just
baby.
jokes.
Hey, Mom, I'm just playing. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna open up shop. I know people that know people that know people. Guess what? I'm gonna be taking a whole year off work. Shit, it might be 4 or 5 years. You
So
know,
you saying yes,
I'm
you will
opening up
find a
shop.
way.
I will find a way. You understand? And if I do get locked up, y'all better put something on my books.
I
How
got you,
about
bro.
that?
Absolutely.
We got you.
I
You
got
trying
you.
to pay my loans?
I got you. Well,
Hey,
let
look.
me tell y'all
Hey,
something.
look. Picture this though. Hey, picture this though. They be like, yeah, we broadcast live to Rebuttal Entertainment, light skinned Lou from his cell. Be like this. Yeah, what's up, y'all? Living large, I be sitting in my chair and everything. But go ahead, man.
Well, let me say this. A lot of law enforcement, because I know a lot of them don't get paid that much. You know what I mean? They all have families. They all got secondary. That's why they be security and stuff like that. A lot of them are decent. You know, human beings. They're not corrupt. But
Everybody has a
some of them
price.
are. Right, Larry?
Everybody's got a price.
Exactly.
Everybody's got a price. And
So
you
they
know,
see all
and
that.
I did security, school security, law
That's
enforcement.
right.
And a lot of them dudes struggling.
So the first thing I'm
Struggling.
doing to make the phone calls, they bring the truck. Hurry up before we
Right.
report it. Throw them in the back of the truck. Boom, 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 boom. Throw them in the back of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Then you call it. That's what we found.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
there's ways to it, man. You got to think like a man. Think like the criminals think. You know, you're law enforcement. You've been doing this all the time. You got to think like them. The views here is not the views of the Rebuttal Entertainment. This is his twin. You know what I mean? Saying this stuff. So he's on vacation right now in Myrtle Beach. So, you know, this is his twin. So the views is not here, but that's what you do. Then you call in, tell them 6,000 pounds,
That's right.
4,000.
Half. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, we found 4,000 pounds. You know what I mean, like?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Then I'd
shape
be
it.
like, exactly. And then I'd be, Melinda, you get a pound. Tony, you get a pound. Larry, you get a pound. I'll be like, Oprah, Lou, you get a pound. I'll be passing pounds out.
Just put that pound in the money and just put it in my account.
No, I wouldn't put it in an account. No. I ain't putting it in no account.
When you get a big
No.
deposit like that, them people won't be watching. So you gotta be smart. So you right, Tony. Just stay where you at, baby. Just stay
Put it
where
in the
you at.
ground. Put it in the ground.
Just
No,
stay
you
where
don't.
you at.
No.
I put
Yep.
you on that list, Tony.
I'm not criminal minded. I keep telling you that.
Oh, I understand.
I put
Melinda,
something on your
tell
books,
Tony,
Tony.
just
I
leave
put
it
something on
alone,
your
huh,
books.
Melinda? Leave it alone, Tony.
Mhm.
You do not put that money in the bank, no, because they're gonna be watching. you.
No.
See, I would show you, I would tell y'all how to do it, but no, I'll tell y'all offline, so y'all stay online. So that's the end of the questions and stuff like that. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate everybody for coming in and subscribing and hitting
All
the
right.
like button. You know what I mean? And we'll talk to you guys later, but I am gonna tell y'all after the show how to do it.
You know what though?
You know, I like to learn.
What, Larry?
Before we
Well,
leave, you know, today I don't know what school it was. It was a fight, and this dude stabbed this other dude to death.
In a school?
Today at a school. It just happened today. And you know, I don't even know when
I
the
know
school's opening now. I don't even know what's going on with the school.
Yeah.
They say they're opening or whatever. But you know, to stab somebody to death, you either had to hit the right point or you had to do it more than once. You follow me? So you were
Yeah.
close to this dude. So they caught him. They caught him. Usually people that do that, they catch them because you stay in there too long with the knife. You know, you're struggling. You understand what I'm saying? They catch a lot of that. But I said, I mean, the COVID, and right away, school just started, and the dude stabbed. I'm trying to feel what type of animosity be building up in them like that. I mean, you know, or like you fighting or something or whatever, the motherfucker give you a dagger, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. I mean, we hate each other.
Yeah.
That bad.
Like I said, so much stuff going on, man. So much stuff is going on. We are going into the unknown, y'all. And I keep saying that.
We don't know what
it's true, man.
individual people going through in their life, and
you
never know.
I can see if he shot the dude, maybe a whole ass, but you up there struggling, you stabbing this dude, and what were the spectators doing?
Watching.
Videotape.
No, this is happening. Yeah, there you go. They probably shot it, but somebody probably had a camera out. I bet you.
All their cell phones was out.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it on the news yet.
That's
but
it.
I'm telling you, man,
they go to quickly record.
Right, because they don't want to get involved. Nobody want to get involved. But I said,
a lot of people struggling,
anger
man.
is pent up.
Exactly.
Whoa, man. They want to kill this motherfucker. What did he do? Kiss his girlfriend. What? It didn't steal no money because there wouldn't be no fight.
Nothing is worthy of dying,
you just gonna jump on him. Ain't no fight. You just gonna get him. But they were fighting over something, whatever it was. The intensity to have to stab this dude to death over or whatever.
Well,
whatever. And I said it ain't.
The counselors in the school that when they be having an auditorium and them assemblies, they need to tell these kids. Like I used to tell them when I used to give them speeches. Y'all need to stop, think before you react, because your reaction is going to be consequences. You know what I mean? Right. So you need to just pause before you start reacting. Say, am I going to stab this motherfucker and go to jail the rest of my life or do 10, 15 years for nothing, for a banana or for a kiss or for $5? But people, you know, they just don't stop and think. You got to stop and pause and think for a reaction. But believe me, I'm not going to stop and think with that 6,000 pounds of marijuana, Larry. We're going to be rich. So I talk to you.
It would be a natural response. I hate to say that, but it would be a natural response. And life is full of risks. Exactly. Life is full of risks, but I ain't gonna take a slice of bread. I'm gonna take the loaf.
There you go.
I'm going for the loaf. Because you're gonna get the same. You're gonna get the same consequences. That's right. Same consequences. Same consequences.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Hit the like button, share button, subscribe on your way out. And me and Light and Lou gonna stay on because I'm gonna tell them how we gonna get that money.
I'm trying to hear you too.
That's right.
How you doing, Lou? I'm about to join the squad.